Hey everyone, Seth Cross here, and today we're going to be continuing along this series, ranking all of the Avatar: The Last Airbender commanders for Magic the Gathering. Of course, before we get started, make sure you like and subscribe. That really helps out the channel, helps YouTube try to share this to other people, get new viewers, grow the community as we go. Before we get started, a couple of disclaimers. First things first, I'm going to be talking about all these cards from a commander perspective, standard, modern, pauper, the Oathbreaker, any other kind of like other format. I'm not really super tapped into. I am strictly a commander player, so just kind of keep that in mind if I skip over something or if something gets lower or higher ranked based on like my perspective. It is it's not because I don't think it's good in those formats, it's just that I don't know. Now, having said good in those other formats, or my perspective I should say, it's going to be my perspective, things that are going to be like hard hand stacks where you're making opponents discard so they really can't play the game, or just stacks effects in general. I don't really like those strategies myself. Chaos effects, I don't really like those things, so they're not going to rank very high in my list. However, things where I'm playing with a graveyard, or life is a resource, even though other people may not like them, or the card itself may not be super powerful, I'm going to enjoy it, so it is going to be ranked higher in the set. Last time we got all the way through all the M's, we finished off with the Momos, and now we're going to go into the O's because there are definitely some O characters. Let's get started. And what I would consider to be the big bad of the series, right, is Ozai, the Phoenix King. What a casting cost. This is Rakdos vibes here. This is 2 black, red. So a human nobile mythic. He's a 7/7. Oh, the power. I think he should have had a lower toughness, personally. Not that I didn't think he was like tough as a character, but I think he was an aggressive character. He wasn't a defensive character. He defended by just being aggressive, right? Like keeping his opponents on the back foot and everything. So a little bit, not that I'm gonna like incorporate that into like my rating, but I just think it would have been more flavorful for him to have a slightly less. He was just down to 7/5 would have been. Anyway, Trample, Firebending 4. That's crazy. When this thing attacks, you make 4 mana. It's a 6-drop. It has haste as well, so you're going to automatically get 4 mana back. And then if you would lose unspent mana, that mana becomes red instead. So 1, you're already making red mana. Firebending makes red mana. It won't go away, it'll just become red. And then it has Flying Indestructible as long as you have 6 or more unspent mana. It's already almost there. If you get a Roaming Throne to double this trigger, you're going to have 8 mana. It's going to be Flying Indestructible, Trample Haste. Crazy. I like it so much. Oh, this is a good card. You knew it was gonna be good, right? Like you had to know that the big bad of the set was going to have a powerful card, because it wouldn't have made sense for him not to at this point. Ultimately, when we're talking about ranking, I gotta say, I'm not in love with it. Like, it's a cool design, don't get me wrong, and there's definitely stuff there. I'm gonna put it in Luke's full might build. I don't think I'm going to make it a priority to build this one, but it is a very cool look, and I could see why, like, I'm going to play against this on stream eventually. Somebody's going to play this. I don't know what necessarily you're going to do with the unspent mana. Maybe, like, X burn spell, right? Especially if it's 7/7 trample, blah, blah, blah. You find a way to give it double strike to, you know, beat the crap out of people, and then you can dump all that mana into an X spell to finish somebody off. Sounds good to me. But yeah, this is definitely a cool card. Jeez, I have not seen this one, and I like it a lot. But it's not really my playstyle. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe we must evaluate the playstyle. I don't know, we'll see. We're gonna move from we're gonna start off with a really cool card, and then we're gonna go down. Professor Zay, Hero? Ira? Anthropologist, this is hybrid, is it, so blue red both times. Human Advisor ally, uncommon, 0/3, has a tap ability, you discard a card, it's a looter, so you discard to draw a card. 1 tap, sacrifice it, return target instant or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand, activate only during your turn. This is, I'm a little biased in this one, this is going to go straight into the 99. The reasoning for the bias is that I'm already running this in my Hero deck, in that 99, as a looter to draw through cards. The discards, you can put spells, and then Hero gives them flashback for 1 if they're lessened, or equal to their mana value if they're another instant or sorcery. So you kind of like, you don't lose the card. You basically are just drawing a card when it comes to like an Hero deck. So I think it does just easily goes into the 99 of that set. of that kind of a deck. I had to get the alternate art for Ren and Shaw because it's so good. It's so good. I love this. I love this art. The first time I saw this art over, I'll show you the other. This is a regular art, which isn't bad. Like it's from the show itself when Aang and Zuko are going to learn from the masters of Firebend. And it's a cool scene, but like you have this and you have this. This is cool. So we're gonna leave it on this one. This is a rare mono red dragon. It costs 3 red. It's a 4/4 fly firebending 2. You know, the original firebenders, I believe, is their lore. When it enters, if you cast them and there are 3 or more dragons and or lesson cards in your graveyard, create a token that's a copy of Ren and Shaw, except it's not legendary, so the legendary rule will not mess you up. And for 3 red, dragons you control get +2/+0 until end of turn. Obviously a dragon deck. I love it. I love the art. I love these characters for their parts in the movie. It was a very beautiful thing. This goes in 99. It's like, here's all these good things I could say about it, but it goes in the 99. Realistically, it's better in dragon decks, and I think the best dragon decks have green in them and red, like green and red. Personally, I'm biased toward green, red, and black John colors because I had a Henzi dragon deck, and I would love this. Henzi could blitz it in. You'd get the token because you are still casting it. There's probably gonna be 3 or more dragons in your graveyard. You get the token that's gonna stick around after Henzi's blitz ability makes you sacrifice the original. And then dragons get +2/+0 with a mana sink ability. And firebending 2, they're both gonna have, well no, the second one wouldn't have haste, but the first one would have haste, so you really only need 2 mana. Plus blitz is usually reducing the cost. You know what I mean? Like, it's all good. It's all good. So I definitely think this is gonna go in the 99. It could be its own commander. There's definitely room for it. It's not by any means bad, but we're gonna put it in the 99. Moving from the R's into the S's, we're moving along. Every card's had a new first letter up until the S's. Then we're gonna say the S's for like the rest of the Sock up old boomeranger. That's not a word. Boomeranger. Made it up. It's a is it costing so blue and red. It is a rare human warrior ally. It's a 1/1. When it enters, discard up to 2 cards, then draw that many cards. Whenever you cast an artifact or lesson, put a +1/+1 counter on socket. It could be its own commander. Because of the ability to kind of like cycle through, so you can like discard 2 lands if you already got lands, to draw cards. It's an enters effect, so if you blink or whatever, flicker, however you want to say, bounce, you can continue to do that. It's cheap and aggressive costing. Casting artifact spells, if you're in an artifact deck and you're gonna get cost reducers and stuff, so you can start like cycling them through. This is gonna grow really fast. Red has ways of giving like red and blue, I should say, have ways of giving like trample and flying. This is definitely a deck. This is definitely its own deck, I think. I shouldn't say that's surprising. I'm gonna put in looks cool in my build. I'm not in love with it. Like I have to build this, but I think it is a cool thing, and I could see myself having a good time with this as more of an artifact deck than a lesson deck. It could also go in the 99. It could go in the 99 of like my Iroh lesson deck very easily. So it's very versatile. I like that. I'm not in love with it, but it's cool. It's a cool card. It's definitely a good commander. And we're gonna go, like I said, we're gonna go from one S to the other. We're gonna go from the first word to the same first word. Sokka, lateral strategist. Is it strategist or strategist? Let me know. Comments down below. For one, Azorius hybrid, so white or blue. This uncommon human warrior ally is a 2/4 with vigilance. Whenever Sokka and at least one other creature attack, draw a card. Hey, guess what? Whenever Sokka is cast ever, it goes in the 99 of a deck. It could be its own commander. It could be. I think it's a little bit too watered down. Water tribe. It's a little too watered down, I think, to necessarily be its own thing. But you just put it in there for like, you're having an aggressive deck, blah blah blah. I don't know. I don't think that's called Sokka style. Learn it. Probably won't. But yeah, it's okay. And then we get to his final form. I don't know if that's true. I'm just saying that. Sokka, is it not Sokka? Shout out spectators. Sokka, tenacious tactician. All these like tenacious. Who comes up with? Who names these cards? For one blue, red, white, or just Sky. Human warrior ally. This is a rare. It's a 3/3 with menace and prowess. I like that already. I like that already. Other allies you control have menace and prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 ally creature token. So in the last one, I think we talked about Katara, the Azorius Katara, it was the band Katara. Damn, I was gonna say that Katara could go really well in this deck. They could both go really well, probably supposed to in like the 5-color Aang deck, ally stuff. Kind of ignore like his you have to do all the different bendings, blah blah blah. You just have to have allies, and he's an ally and blah type effect. And then his ability, like whenever you do this, any of the bendings, I think you draw a card. So that would get doubled with Katara. Then Sokka gives him menace and prowess, which is gonna make him stronger. There's something there. And then of course, like he could be his own too. He could very much be his own. Probably, I think more so than the Bant Katara one. Just because he's already got a strategy to build around. I think. He's not as generic. Well, yeah, he's not as generic. You just, basically, this could be just for Jeskai Spellslinger. You get allies then from casting non-creature. It could be Jeskai artifacts. It could be Jeskai planeswalkers, like super friends. You could do. So it's generic enough to where you're not pigeonholed into doing one specific thing only, but it's not so vague that it's boring, I think. And it's aggressive, right? The menace and the prowess, right? You're pumping up these tokens that, or any other creatures like non-token allies that you get. I think that's cool. You can put a Masquerade Nexus in there and make your non-allies allies. Atali is now an ally, you know what I'm saying? So I think this is cool. I think it's its own deck. I'm gonna put it in Luke's cool might build. I don't know that I will build this. I'm not huge into like the Jeskai playstyle, but it's not bad by any stretch of the imagination. I just don't know if it's necessarily for me. And I'm not a big Spellslinger guy. I'd probably lean into the artifacts. I've done so many artifacts decks in the past. I don't know if I want another one right now. So let's move on to another character. Suki. It is Suki, right? Courageous Rescuer. 1 white. This human warrior ally is a rare for 2/4. Other creatures you control get +1/+0. Whenever another permanent you control leaves the battlefield during your turn, create a 1/1 white ally token. Creature token. This ability triggers only once each turn. Goes really well in the 99. Goes into like the Bant Katara. Goes into probably the one we just talked about, the Sokka. So yeah, I think it's a solid 99 inclusion. Whenever another permanent flicker stuff. It's pigeonholed by that once each turn. I kind of see why. There's probably something stupid that you can do that kind of like makes it accidentally infinite. But damn, I wish it didn't have to be. I wish it could be its own commander. But yeah, I think it's a 99 card. And then another Suki card, this one being a little bit different, adds a color. Suki Kyoshi Warrior. 2 hybrid Selesnya, so green and white. Human warrior ally uncommon. Is a asterisk 4. Its power is equal to the number of creatures you control. Whenever Suki attacks, create an ally creature token that's tapped and attacking. Again, I think this just goes in the 99. It goes in the Bant one. Easy. The Katara Bant one where like triggered abilities trigger twice for allies. Whenever she attacks, that's a triggered ability. Create a token. So you get 2. So now it goes from, even if it will, so if Katara was on the field, Suki was on the field, Suki would create 2. This is a 4 mana 4/4 that's just going to grow over 2. You find a way to give it trample, you punch people in the face, you have a good time, everybody dies. That's just what it is. So I'm going to put it in the 99 of probably, again, the Bant Katara. Or potentially like an Aang deck or something like that. You could do that one. So we didn't do that many cards. We only did 8 in this one. However, the next letter we would go into, because we've been doing these alphabetically, is T. There's a lot of T. T has by itself 13 cards. So we're going to probably do T as its own episode, and then the last episode of everything after T. So we're like halfway, right? This is what, the 4th one of these? So we're on we're starting the later half. Again, I absolutely appreciate everybody who watches these. Again, I know this one was short. Apologies for that, but make sure you like the video if you did like my ranking so far. Make sure you comment down below what you think about these commanders. Make sure you subscribe to see more of these videos to include the rest of the series. 2026, we're going to be ramping up the content all over again with lots more shorts, hopefully daily. I'm not promising, but hopefully daily, with like kind of monthly videos. I might just kind of start compiling the commander games and then releasing my favorite one of the month or something like that, or editing my favorite one of the month and calling it that, making that like a monthly edit video. I don't know, I haven't decided yet, but yeah. Also, you could join the Discord. The link will be in the video description. It's a cool place to talk about Magic and other nerd stuff. Just make sure, of course, that you are being a kind individual in the community, respecting others. That's the only thing we ask for. We're trying to make it a nice, safe, accepting place for everybody. But until next time, that is all I have for you. I've been the Seth Cross, the only Seth Cross ever in existence. That's not true. And I appreciate and love each and every one of you. So, y'all have a good one. Peace.